There you go. He is the commander-in-chief. When Barack Obama was president, do you know what I used to say? I used to say, hey, Barack Obama the president, if you talking shit, that mean you ain't patriotic. This who chosen, and that's who in there. If you don't like it, fix it the next time. Is you American or not? If you don't want to be American, then get your ass up out of here. You don't like the way shit go in America, pick a place. Save your money. If you hate America so much, stack your bread up, go somewhere else and live. But you don't like Obama and he the president? Hey, Trump is the presidito, the commander-in-chief. Get it together, citizens. Trump old as shit too, man. He just look old coming down them steps, man. I feel like we do need some youth in the White House at some point, gang. We might really need some youth in the White House at some point.
Come for the price of one. We have Marco. And I said, come on, let's go see the fake news.
Marco Rubio.
Get a couple of nice questions. How are you? Who would like to ask a question?
Mr. President, on California, are you prepared to invoke the Insurrection Act?
Depends on whether or not there's an insurrection.
Good answer.
No, but you have violent people, and we're not going to let them get away with it.
Mr. President, do you think if Democrats continue to side with illegal aliens over law enforcement, that they'll ever be able to win a national election again? I love this.
Cool. Yo, did y'all hear the question he said? Do you think if Democrats decide to keep siding with illegal aliens? He said illegal aliens. I just got one question, and you know, like, any question, if you watching this, you can ask me a question and I can give you a yes or no answer. Let me know if you desire a yes or no answer, and I'll give it to you. Right? Anybody that's watching, I don't care what the question is. I can give you a yes or no answer and be comfortable with it. So look. Is it illegal for someone to sneak into the United States? That's it. Is it a crime for you to sneak into the United States? Say you snuck into the United States 5 or 6 years ago and you ain't did no crime on land. Only thing you did was sneak in. Are you still an illegal alien? You are. I can argue both sides after that point. After that point, I can argue both sides. Fluidly and pretty good. I just won't get caught up in arguing one particular side because of the beginning fact of, yes, it is illegal to sneak into the United States. So I'm not going to skip over that and go to arguing the other point. I just can't do that because I don't want to be involved with somebody that's good at debating. I don't want to be in a position where people trust my word. I don't want to ever be a person responsible with fixing things, but letting some things stay broke. It's just not conducive for harmony.
This guy, I think that is the great. Who are you with? Breitbart News. Great. It's a great group. Breitbart. Great group. I think that you're going to see some very strong law and order.
CNN's Dana Bash suggesting that this wasn't a real riot in Los Angeles.
Is that what she said? I think it was a riot. I think it was very bad. It was
not a real riot. I'll be honest with y'all. It wasn't a real riot, gang. It wasn't a real riot, okay? Let me put this in here and see what come up. Y'all seen this?
Fight. Oh, looting. They're looting.
I had asked Deuce before she left. I said, Deuce, do you think that the moment all the unrest started and people started to be out there protesting, that it was some people thinking about looting? She said, of course. So a lot of people out there, they don't care one way or the other. They ain't Democrat or Republican. They want to run up in the Nike store. They want to run up in Louis Vuitton. They want to do that, right? Okay, but what if that store was your store? What if you had hustled hard, saved, scraped, made sacrifices? You supposed to be having insurance. What if I ain't got enough to get the best? You shouldn't have had a business. You should never want to work for yourself or grind. You should never want to do that if you can't. No, it's certain people that think that way. But the thought that you should break into some shit and steal is a better thought than grinding, sacrificing, and building something up that you could leave your family. That you can leave your people, so you can rescue your people from having to think like that. Oh, word, something going on that people might feel is unfair. You know what we should do? Let's get out here and loot. They said it wasn't boo, that's just looting. What are you worried? That's just looting. Hey, y'all right. Oh, this in New York now. I know y'all seen the joints in California, right?
Right now in New York City, as several NYPD police cars were torched this week. And I want to put up a post right now from Sharon Crowley, Fox 5's own, saying 11 NYPD vehicles torched linked to anti-ICE demonstrations. All right, let's be joined right now by Sharon on the ground, and we can see some of the damage behind you. Describe what happened and what we're witnessing right now.
Yeah, well, we got an update just a short time ago from the mayor of New York City and the police commissioner of New York City. They say this is linked.
Damn! I'm not upset with Mad Kids. Sometimes I'll be like, damn, I wish I had that way of explaining it because it was fire. So Mad Kids' way of explaining that or saying that, and some people will argue with her. Like, oh, and you can't look at it like somebody. But look, the resources that are in America, there are resources everywhere in the world. What I mean by is, look, companies not going to decide to shut their doors down tomorrow. So say you take away from, say for instance, you get a company that want to underpay people. How long will they go resisting to pay a higher wage to some people who might not want that wage that maybe some people who were foreigners or stuff might have taken? You're going to shut your whole con. I don't want to pay people $10.75 an hour. Not even. I'd rather give up $6. I'd rather pay $5 and have this little apartment over there where I could get them a little discount. I'd rather bust a move like that. What about when you ain't got the option? Because don't we complain when we see the CEOs of some of these big places traveling and spending this extra money, and when they get the bailouts, how they go on a yacht and buy a new plane. Don't we complain about this stuff as Americans? Don't we complain about the extra bonus don't we complain? And a lot of them big companies, they got real ground level, floor, dirt level type jobs that of course you and I could be working, but I ever told you about the time when I had pulled up to my gig and they was giving somebody who was illegal my job on the spot? That same person ain't even know Deuce and Medkit. When I got fired from there and Deuce and Medkit was there and I came out and said, hey, what's up, man? This person don't even supposed to be. Now I'm like, yo, the person that actually initiated, they tried to give my position. And you know what? Maybe I shouldn't go into that because people will feel like I'm being biased about the situation. But of course I'm not. I'm a humble soul. I feel all the unrest. I understand where unrest goes. And if I can, I want to help quell some people. Where it's a situation where you shouldn't even be as upset, where there's nothing you could do about it. I want you to know that information. Or when there is something you can do about something, but you going about it the wrong way. If you black, pro-black, Roe versus or Wade, I want to rhyme it. If you pro-black, Wade versus Roe black, stubbed, toe black, in the hood, whole black. Oh, I just want to do my bad. All right, look. Then I don't think like being a part of political or civil unrest, and I don't think none of that stuff help your cause. You know what'll help your cause? Putting somebody on that want to look out for you. Putting somebody on that feel the way you feel. And that usually be hard, especially if you consider yourself a Democrat. Because if you think about it, every time you get behind a person, it's a person that the Democrat Party put you on to. You thought you just seen them on your social media. The Democrats had to give the okay for them to be out there like that, repping that. Take it down the hood. Big U was who he was in that California Crip gang or whatever. Because that's who he actually was. And everybody out there knew who he actually was. So I'm like, oh, it's so much about Obama that everybody... Y'all thought Obama was different? Wasn't he a Democrat? So if you go looking deep enough, you're going to see he might have had a little Bill Clinton going on. A little bit of Joe Biden everywhere. You've been unhappy and dissatisfied since you've been alive. How much, I don't want to use the S word. I don't even want you to look at yourself like you a re-TD. How wild is it that you've been dissatisfied and agitated your whole entire life, and you mean to tell me that you was feeling like that even when the Democrats was in power? Even when the people that you said, hey, if they did this, it's gonna be, and you still been unhappy and dissatisfied? So yeah, we ain't having real riots. It's just
to the anti-ICE demonstrations happening here in New York City and across the country that apparently the arsonist left behind. When we also spoke with witnesses.
Look at the cars on fire.
It's a very crowded area. There are bodegas around here and apartments.
Bodegas
and
apartments.
Saw it out their window and have.
They had to evacuate the apartments. Thanks, ICE protesters. Thank you. I ain't do nothing to nobody. I got to suffer. I live in the hood already. I'm already poor. I'm struggling getting a job and surviving. Now I gotta evacuate my building in the wee hours of the morning and be in the streets. Because you feel like somebody sneaking into America shouldn't be illegal no more. Or that we got to somehow figure out, pick and choose, right? So, all right, look. We got to do an investigation on every illegal immigrant. The only ones we getting out of here is the ones with no jobs that's gangbanging. So I don't want to hear remember what was the Venezuelan gangs in Colorado bugging out? We don't want to see that on the news. Hey, look, if the MS-13 kicks in your door and attacks your family, we good. We don't want to see that. We don't care. Stop telling us about it. Do you even know if one of those people that was out there be at Home Depots in the morning time? Do you even know if he got kids that was born in America that go to school and go miss him? Every kid miss their dad. Even the kids in the hood who fathers got wild extra time for having crack as opposed to coke, and ain't nobody get out there and burn a police car over that. Ain't nobody shoot a lawmaker. Hey, black people out there pro-black, when all the bad things happen to black people, ain't nobody burn a police car, shoot a law, ain't nobody do nothing. Did they give you a discount at the gas station when you went there and the illegal dude might have been working behind the counter? Did they give you did they lock the door in there on the little kids that were stealing a few bags of chips? Try to get them arrested? Like they ain't got it for you to get a few bags of chips? Like I'm saying, as if the American society can't accept this and do this. How about when they got a job sewn up? You ever walked in a Chinese restaurant and seen a bunch of black people or white people, all that working in there? Just collectively as a whole. Not your one Chinese restaurant special over here. As a whole. What, they gave 8 motherfuckers jobs across the country? We already think they got landscaping on lock. I'm just saying.